Hello witches, it's Calden. I hope you're all doing well. Today I wanted to make a video talking about authenticity and aesthetics in witchcraft. So authenticity is a virtue that is highly sought after. This is true of society in general, but it also comes up a lot within witchcraft. We want our practice to feel genuine and we want it to feel real. I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that we live in a world that often tells us that magic isn't real and that we don't have any power. So we strive to have the stamp of authenticity because it helps us feel like the things that we believe and the things that we do have meaning and they have value and they have purpose. In doing so, we often look to external factors to bolster that feeling of authenticity. For example, in traditional witchcraft, we often conflate the concept of authenticity with age, that the older something is, the more genuine and real it is. But we know that that's not inherently true. Just because something is really old doesn't make it any more authentic than something that is more modern or new. But we feel like if something is of a certain age, then somehow that makes it more real. In the age of social media, though, there's a big factor that comes into play, and that is aesthetics. So the way something looks or the way something appears. So when I think of aesthetics, I think about mental schemas. Essentially, a mental schema is a way that our brain categorizes information. It puts things in boxes, it creates lists, so that later on we can identify something based on those characteristics, right? This is where stereotypes come from. So when it comes to witchcraft, we have ideas about what witchcraft looks like, what a witch looks like, and if something doesn't meet that criteria, if it doesn't meet that stereotype, we question whether or not it's authentic, whether or not it's real. So in this way, we have the merging of authenticity and aesthetics. Now, aesthetics aren't inherently bad. I just want to point that out. Aesthetics can be fun. They can be a great way of expressing yourself and your practice. But we run into problems, one, when there's no substance to back it up. But two, when we start to make judgments, not only of others, but of ourselves as well. We start to question other people. So if they don't, if their practice doesn't look like the image we have in our head, we might decide that, well, they're not practicing real authentic witchcraft. In my experience as a traditional witch, there is a very stereotypical image of what traditional witchcraft looks like, what a traditional witch looks like. And in a lot of ways, I don't fit that mold. And so I have had people make comments. I've had people question my validity. I've had people not take me seriously, all because I don't fit in a stereotype that they have within their mind. And that's really sad. On the flip side of that, we can make judgments of ourselves, right? So we might look at somebody's Instagram and think, wow, like this is so beautiful. They have all these things. They dress this certain way. And then we look at ourselves and go, but I don't do those things. So am I practicing the right way? Am I really being a true witch? And we just can't do that. We can't make those comparisons because authenticity comes from within. I think about a line from The Charge of the Goddess, which essentially says, if what you seek you can't find within yourself, you're never going to be able to find it outside of yourself. And this is very true when it comes to authenticity. It's a belief in yourself and in your craft. And if you don't have that, it doesn't matter what clothes you wear or what tools adorn your altar. You're not going to find that feeling of being real and genuine, because it has to come from within. In the words of my friend Laura Tempest Zakroff, in her book Weave the Liminal, she writes, the path of the authentic witch is one that works. So if you are able to work your magic, if you're able to connect to your spirits, that's all that matters. You are an authentic witch. So these are just some thoughts. I would love to know yours. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about authenticity. Where do you find it? And what do you think about aesthetics? And until next time, take care.